So today's card is from the Star Child uh, Oracle card pack, and it's called Lifting the Veil. And many of you are now starting to actually connect to what everybody calls spirit, but it could be high vibrational beings, it could be your own guardian angels, it could be different sort of energies such as unicorns, dragons, elementals, whatever. But what this card asks you to do is to question everything, and anything unaligned must go. Now, the reason why we question everything is not out of disrespect, it's to make sure we are safe. Because what many people do is they start to get really excited about this work, and then they get in trouble because they've stepped into places that they haven't checked that the energies they're working with are okay. So the card for today is all about that. Doing what you do safely. Let's see what my team say. Yes, come forward to say to you about the need to protect yourselves, and also to ensure that the beings you are working with are of the right vibration of serving the light. Many of you are doing excellent work, but you are not making sure that the energies you are working with serve the light. Many of you are being bamboozled by energies who claim to serve the light, but because you have not used the universal law of three, where you ask the being, do you serve the light 3 times, they are enabling a discourse with yourself that is not serving the light. Because if you are talking to those who serve the light, then we will always give you a positive outcome. Even if we have to give you a very hard message, a very life-changing message, we will always give you hope at the end. We will always help you be supported, to be in the energy that you need to move through this time of hardship. We will never let you have to be by yourself, have to be alone, have to just stand by yourself. Because we are always here, we are always standing with you, we are always part of this energy. Those who claim to serve the light because you have not asked, and those who make you feel uncomfortable, should really be tested. You should be asking them, do you serve the light? Because even my own medium that you are looking at now, they ask me, do I serve the light? Am I of the light? And now that we are in a certain relationship, he knows that we are fine. But when you are starting out with a new energy, you have to check, you have to make sure that the energy you are working with is reputable and is also of an energy that is serving the light. Some of you are working with energies that others are worried about, and we laugh because this one does such a thing. And the thing is that if you are calling that being in as a servant of the light, then you are in the right vibration. Because many of you call in such energies as Lady Kali, and you forget to ask her to come in as a servant of the light. Because there are many energies that have pretended to be her, that have mixed in and are disreputable, shall we call it, and require to be checked. Because Lady Kali, as the Great Mother, as one of the faces of the Divine Mother, would never, as a servant of the light, bring you anything that she knows you cannot cope with. That, as we always warn people with such a being, you must tell them how much you are willing to let go at any one time. Because if you do not, they will look at your path and they will say, this is the best way, and this is what I'm going to do for you. And then your whole life is collapsed. So this is why the second part of working with beings is always making sure you have the conversation with them of what you are willing to be a part of, what you are unwilling to be a part of. because these are some of the things that many people who take on this work forget. You have to treat the beings that you work with the way you would physical people. And if you are allowing even physical people to overrun your life, then you must sit down and start to think about, as being said on the card, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to change so that I am in control of my life? I have boundaries and it is all healthy, rather than I have this overrun of physical beings and energetic beings that are basically overwhelming me. And I am left in a place where my energy is depleted. I am constantly second guessing people, and my energy needs to be pulled in because I'm so scattered. And so we ask again that you sit down and you meditate in a space where nobody is in, because all you should be when you are fully engaged with your energy, it should just be your energy and no one else's, so that you can get used to holding that space, so you can get used to being yourself. And many of you, again, are so busy working with spirit, you forget to do this. You forget to spend even just 5 minutes a day with yourself, with that peaceful place. And if you can't, then you have to look at why. Why can I not spend time with myself when this person, this being who I am, is my greatest ally, my greatest friend? Is the person who has been with me since the moment I entered this world. My higher self, my soul, all these parts of me. Why am I not fully engaging with them by just relaxing into a space and allowing us to be together? So, lots of things to think about, but we ask that you do them with willingness, centeredness, and joy. So, again, we have to look at the card and we have to say, what is it that we are willing to keep and what is it we are willing to let go of? But we must really, really pay attention to what it is that we are doing, because we cannot keep walking through life, especially the way the energies are now that are flooding the earth, in a unknowing way, is the nicest way to say it. Many other people would say that horrible word, unwoke. But to me, um, is that you cannot criticize people for not being awoken, for not being in the same place you are, because we're all on our own path. Lord Shiva is one of my guides, and he constantly reminds me when I start to criticize someone, everyone is on their own path. Everyone has the choice to live the life that they choose to live. You should be worrying about your own life and sorting your own stuff out, rather than trying to sort out other people. If they ask you for the help, give them the advice. But you do not hold on to the advice and think, they should be listening to me, they should be doing what I'm telling them. No, they've asked for the advice, and now it's up to them to do with that advice what they choose. Let it go. So, when you are faced with someone who is just first steps on the path, be patient. Remember what it was like when you started out. And those who are not on the path, in your view, be patient with them too, because they may ask you a question out of the blue, and though it may shock you, oh, this person has asked me this question and I didn't realise they were really spiritual, be prepared. Answer them in whichever way is easiest for them, because a lot of them will not understand what you understand, so you really have to break it down, really have to bring it down to basics again. remembering that all these people are starting to be a part of the energy, be a part of the movement into the fifth dimension, don't know the stuff that a lot of people know. So be patient, be kind, and above all, remember that everyone is on their own path, and you don't know what they've agreed in their Akashic record. They may have agreed to not be part of the woke brigade. They may have decided, I'm going to remain in 3D to see what it's like to be a 3D person in a 5D energy. So they are gathering information for all of us so that we don't have to do that work. So send them a blessing rather than send them aggravation. Love, healing, that's what we should be sending them, rather than you should be doing this and you should be doing that. Love and healing to help them do what they need to do because of what they've agreed in their Akashic before they incarnated, and also since the energy has changed and we've reviewed our Akashic record. So I will leave it with you there.